Oh, they're pushing me, they're pushing me, they're pushing me.
One individual down here.
Hey, copy. He's. You guys want to keep pushing?
Holding right side.
Yeah, this guy. So I thought I'm coming when I saw the statement because I was just driving around in my car off duty. I said, I'm coming.
Prison and flank him. Okay, I'll start doing covering fire. But you guys ready?
We're ready.
I'm covering fire.
Go.
Go. Stop running. Stop running.
Nice, you need to be on the wrong side though. You need to be on the other side to push, because I'm going to hold you while you push.
I'll look towards kitchen.
The
You
side.
said you're pushing. What you on about?
Yeah, no,
There's
but you need to be
two
on that
officers, there's a
side.
deputy
You
and
can't
an
push
officer.
this side.
Two people on the rooftop.
You've healed up. You need to run across, okay?
Chill a second.
Just a second, we gotta
we've
catch
made
up.
it to Rupert. What's your next play you want us all to do?
I don't have enough.
Okay,
pads for this.
air one before we push.
He's here, on the balcony. He might be close, Rex. Yeah.
I did. Oh my god, that was stupid as hell.
Okay, air one before we push. So they can push the air one without.
Run!
Vamos, you come over here too, bro. Come over here, Vamos.
Firms.
Come on, Vamos, get over here.
Yeah, Rupert.
Yeah, come over here, come on.
Push.
Yeah, ready. Let's go. Push. Right side, go.
Go,
Right
go,
side,
go.
go.
Oh, we're going in. Oh, they're pushing me, they're pushing me, they're pushing me.
One individual down here.
Hey, copy. He's. You guys want to
Okay,
keep
keep pushing.
pushing?
Holding right side. Holding right side.
Pushing me.
In the car, he's behind you.
Holding right side. Keep holding right side. Tight right.
Watch crossfire.
Go on.
That one's got him there.
Hey, Firm, he's running in the courtyard to the buses.
No!
Prison and flank him.
Suspect down.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Officers behind him. Open fire on him. Do you see him?
Suspect down. Great shots. Great shots.
Just let me know when you want me to go.
I'm gonna need someone to clear showers. I need 2 people to clear showers. I'll hold long while you guys go to that.
Do you guys need more people to push?
Okay, me and Leo can clear that.
Can you come to the courtyard and just have our backs?
I'm coming.
Bro, he's too much. He is like, listen. I like Rupert.
Just say
I
oh
Oh my god, I have the fucking mayor in my trunk.
Stay by the car.
What?
Yeah, you can
Oh
stay in this
god, the
area.
fucking mayor in my trunk.
What do you mean, Opal?
Call me Opal.
No, I was laughing at Opal.
No. Yeah, this guy, so I thought
Did
I'm
you see what
coming
the
when I
sense of
saw the
lockdown? Can you end
statement
it?
because I was just driving around in
ending
my
in
car
6
off duty. I said, I'm coming! Right?
Oh god.
Alright, get ready.
LSPD, I'm coming inside! This guy has a knife.
Hey, double.
Motherfucker!
Shoot him.
Oh.
I'm coming inside! This guy has a knife.
Hey, double.
Oh, motherfucker!
Lots of knives inside cell block 7.
They're shooting us.
One down, there's 2 down. Stand by. There's more people inside.
There's
There's
shooters.
Done.
Keep going.
We can't make it past the bodies. I got one, chat. I got one.
Oh shit! Go! Miller, bait him in.
I'm actually stuck.
Do
Red
them
hair's
all.
leaving.
Shoot them all.
He's in the hallway. Red hair's leaving. He's in the hallway.
No, fuck.
We got any
Get it, Miller!
Red hair's down. Get that guy.
Fuck you, Arnie!
That's what you get, you little punk, you are.
Clear.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
top
Arnie! Fuck you, Arnie!
Nice vest, by the way, D.
Thank you, Bruce. I don't want this to come across any other way, Rupert. It's becoming a bit of a trend. I need to be conscious of how loud you're being on scenes, bud. You're taking up a lot of space. There's multiple times I'm trying to get comms through that, like I'm clearing stuff or whatever, like I've been asked to do by the scene lead, and all I hear is your voice, and you're not leading a scene. I appreciate you have lots of experience, Rupert, and I genuinely think you're going to be one hell of an asset for both police forces. I just need you to tone it down a little bit, please. You're being too dominant. You'll take every scene I'm on with you, I hear your voice more than anyone else's. Now that isn't how it's meant to be, right? Now I know you're enthusiastic and you're very, very capable, but I just need you to dial it back a little bit, please.
I don't want you to feel as though I'm showing an attitude here. I don't think that we should expect anyone to not take up space on the radio when they have like valuable comms to give. For example, when the C lead is saying something like, "We're going to push through past into the airlock," and I'm in front of him and I can see that, trying to explain to him how those units need to do that.
Okay. So Rupert,
to give you that example,
could you explain to me why you are heard more on the radio than anyone else then at all times on every scene I'm ever on with you?
Anybody have Leos?
I can't speak to why other people don't speak on the radio.
But that's what I'm saying, right? You need to. Do you ever think maybe it's because you're taking up so much space? That's kind of the point, right?
No, I've not thought that.
So maybe you so this is me kind of letting you know you take up a lot of space on the radio, therefore a lot of other people can't come because you, for whatever reason, seem to always have something to say.
Well, I would hope that any officer with a technical, in a position, physically, you know, in a situation, any officer in a position like that would have something to say.
All right, now we don't need to flip.
I would hope so. That would be a good thing, wouldn't it?
Yes, but you've always got something to say, and you're quite often talking over people. You're quite often hindering other people. You've hindered me multiple times trying to get stuff across the radio because in your perspective, you view the radio as a transmission device, and you view your information as more important than everyone else's.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. I don't think that.
But that's how it comes across. So I'm letting you know. I'm trying to give you some feedback so you know how it feels by other people, right?
Okay, my perspective would be that, and I'll give you the example of your communications on this situation here. I've started talking on the radio, and you started talking. Now, I appreciate, you know, I'm a deputy, you're a senior officer. If I'm already providing communications, do I shut up? Because it's an honest question.
No, it generally depends on how
I can do that.
So it would depend on whose information is more important, right? But you don't shut up ever. I've never heard you give way to comms other than to high command, and you're like, "Sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am." But anyone else, you just talk over them. You bulldog them.
I vehemently disagree with that. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. And I think on this situation here, you can see that was the case when communicating with Espinosa to ask him what he wanted to do with this push through the front door.
So
I just don't agree with you, D.
That's fine, and that's fine. So I'm quite happy to put a random officer over and ask them if you talk more than anyone else on the radio.
But it's not a valid.
But it is, because I'm trying to tell you.
I think.
But it's not.
Just real quick, I think what's happening here is while Rupert gives comms, even if whether or not they're good or bad comms, there's other people. So far, we just have D sharing that his perspective of the radio is that he cannot get comms he wants to get out because you're on radio, and it's not necessarily that you shouldn't be sharing necessity communications over radio. Just when you're not the scene lead, just try and give some space for them and fill in where's needed. Like for example, I mean, I was down, I could barely hear the radio, but I'm pretty sure someone made a communication moving in, and you shared, you know, don't run in, you're gonna have to bring a car. Like that's a good addition to the lead's comm. But just it's not really about don't speak on radio. It's just be conscious of other people speak on radio. And this isn't like D's not here saying we need you to shut the fuck up and let other people talk. We don't want to hear you anymore. This is D saying there's other people who are speaking on scenes, especially the scene leads, and we should all be speaking together just so in the future, like this just builds for the future. Because one day, Rupert, like D said, you are going to be a hell of a leader. And you
what
show
hell of a
great
leader.
Skills.
Really, just sorry, Bruce. I genuinely think you're going to be awesome, Rupert. Honestly.
Yeah, you just have to. Like, I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. I just think just be more conscious of other people around you, because at the end of the day, everyone's here to work with each other. Like, D's not saying I'd rather be speaking on radio than Rupert. It's more so like I want to speak when I can, and sometimes I feel like I can't because Rupert's speaking. But I don't think the communications you give are unnecessary. I just think that just take the perspective of what other people are saying, because it's different to what you believe or what you think. And it's just a perspective, you know? It's not saying, Rupert, you need to stop. It's just, Rupert, just be a little more conscious of it.
I appreciate the perspective. I do. It's difficult because we go from one situation in Little Seoul, Espinosa scene command, the same as he was here, And he and I and Rhodes were the three biggest voices, I would say, really on that scene, for example. And I would argue
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Those three people in three, positions on the ground and then one in the air, providing comms, are the reason, arguably, through really, really clear comms, why things were able to be handled so clearly in the way that they were. And my question to you is, do you feel that on that scene, I was crowding your comms?
Absolutely. Rupert, I can't say, I'm going to say this very clearly, very bluntly. You talk too much on the radio. Some of your comms are great, and some of them are way too long-winded and not needed. You take up too much space. I've tried to be nice about it. I've tried to say in a constructive way. If you're not hearing me, you take up this. Please hear me. You take up too much space on the radio. I need you to be conscious. You are just a deputy, and when other people are trying to lead a scene, you're meant to do as you're told, Rupert. Do as you're told, okay? I've tried to speak to you nicely, but you're not fucking hearing me.
No, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. I'm struggling with this because it is clear to me, or at least I'm feeling as though the way this is coming across, I'm not picking up and I'm getting my back up. So I'm just going to turn around and say that I appreciate the feedback, and I'll speak to my commander about it, and maybe you speak to whoever. But I don't particularly wish to continue.
I'm literally speaking to you.
Then I'll step away and let you do that. If I may, Lieutenant, am I excused?
You are excused, Rupert. Yeah, go on.
I don't know what I do about charging him.
Yeah, I just want to take the opportunity to apologise. If you felt as though I was rude to you, I was rude to you. At the end there, before you stepped away. I genuinely think I am pretty good at receiving feedback. I just think that the two of us clashed a little bit, and I didn't take it very well there, so I apologise. I will do my best to take up this space on the radio as directed.
Sorry, hermano, you good?
Dismissed. I want to chat with
hit my head against the bars.
Of course, no, that's fine. Lieutenant, may I?
Yeah, you're good. Thank you, Rupert.
Thank you.
Just to be clear, I'm going to be writing a report and recommending he get some kind of punishment. Clear insubordination. Tell him he's dismissed. Clearly doesn't want to take the command from me and ask you. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe how unreceptive to feedback he was. And I know I'm not the only one with this opinion of him. I've taken complaints and passed it over to Stevie about him in the last day or so. And just his attitude utterly stinks, Bruce, to be frank. It annoys me because I just wanted it to be a real casual conversation.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think he's going to be one of our best officers in the future. I genuinely think that. I think quite highly of him. I don't care what he thinks of me. That doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those sorts of people. But he's got to learn to give. I think the problem is Rupert sees leadership as talking, and that isn't necessarily the case.
Yeah.
The reason it's funny because the last situation he's talking about that went well was because I was collaborating with Espinosa in Air 1. Just because I'm not yapping on the radio, I was the one who made the call to drop us where they dropped.
Might need to talk to you later about something.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll catch you after this, okay?
All right.
See you in a bit.
Get another squad. We're gonna need a prison break.
So I was the one who said to drop us on the building where he dropped us, and we pushed someone off the building, right? So the stuff that he's talking about went well actually come from a conversation he's not aware of, because you don't need to be broadcasting on the radio all the time to be helpful. And I know you know this, Bruce, because you're not someone who is overly on the radio. I know you know this. I'm just frustrated. I think his receptiveness was diabolical, and I do think he was insubordinate, the way that he was not willing to take any kind of order from me and blatantly ignore me and then ask you to dismiss him, which is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, while it's not like I don't want to stop you from doing anything. I know that currently with Rupert, yesterday was kind of complicated for him. He was on a foot pursuit, and rather than being told to break off the foot pursuit, he was told that to not keep comms on the foot pursuit, and they were going to keep comms on the vehicle with the primary suspect. And he's also been told not to 311 information that he wants to say on radio, because people can't read that while during an active scene. So every time he's getting pulled in different directions. Every time he's told how to do something properly, he's told that that's not the proper way to do it. And so, like here, for example, like I told him you know, in the future. Like the thing that was critical was when people were being told to move in and he said to, you know, drive in, don't just run in or else you'll get shot. That's one thing, but I don't know what else he might have said that wasn't necessarily critical, but I said, if you have information like that, you can 311 it. And he was like, I was told yesterday not to 311 information because people can't read it. And I was like, well, yeah, that's probably in pursuits. He's like, no, that was during, like, that was on a shootout. The shootout seems similar to this.
So that's not true, because I was there for that when he was being told that. It was said, don't 3-1 during pursuits because no one can read while driving, but during static situations, it can be utilised. That's literally what was said.
Okay.
Which is like what you're saying, right? Don't necessarily 3-1 during pursuits. It's hit or miss because some people see it, some people don't. Some people can't be utilised, but in static situations, everyone can read it, right? Because you're kind of undercover, right? So he's just not listening. That in itself proves he just wasn't listening to the situation when the feedback was being given to him, which is also a problem, right? That's 2 situations now in as many days. He's been given some feedback. He's either not been receptive to it or he hasn't listened. And by the way, I just want to say, Rupert was saying, and I agree with Rupert, by the way, here, normally foot pursuits take priority on comms, which is true, right? So he was just commenting that, and because we lost the primary target, I feel like he got blamed a little bit there, if I'm honest.
Well, my thing with... Because we still have to talk about all that, D. Like, because Rupert was having some issues. We were talking with Peters and everybody, and we need to continue that conversation. Like, we haven't even moved on from yesterday yet with Rupert. But specifically the part where he's being told to not keep comms on the foot pursuit, they should have broke him off and not told him to just not have comms. Because
I agree.
The reason why we keep primary comms on a foot pursuit is because it's the most
vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. By the way, totally agree.
And the thing with the thing with yesterday, and I'm not trying to defend Rupert, but obviously I know Peach at some point walked in and said this was all because of Rupert or something. And another thing where Rupert's getting pulled in different directions, he's already was pulled in and gotten in trouble, not necessarily in trouble, but spoken to about foot pursuits having priority comms. And so when he's being told that to not keep comms on a foot pursuit, he's confused again. And he's really trying to learn and adapt. I don't know if you know this, D. He is from a different style of the city.
Yeah, I know.
And I know everyone has their best interest in wanting him to improve. But what happened here when you approached him with your perspective, that was the first time I saw Rupert not necessarily be argumentative, but basically be like, I hear you, but I'm not receiving it. And then you had to get more stern with him. And that's when I kind of stepped in. And when I pulled him aside, I kind of just reworded what you said. I tried to basically sit him down and be like, what he's telling you is not shut the fuck up. He's telling you other people have perspectives of the situation. Like, it is not just it's not just the Rupert show. Like, there's everyone's here to work together. And he kind of understood that a bit more, and that's why he wanted to apologize to you. But whatever you feel like doing, D, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, I know. For me, I take chain of command really serious, Bruce. I take it very serious. I respect it. If you told me to do something, if you came and give me feedback, and you asked me my point of view, I'll give you my point of view. But I would listen. You're the rank you are for a reason. I'm not one of these officers that sits in the background and bitches on why is this rank and then I can do better. Fuck all, I hate all that. You're a lieutenant now?
Yeah.
Right, lieutenant? So you say to me, D, I need you to do that. I don't then go, no, Bruce, I want to do this and give you 10,000 different options. By then the window of what you wanted to do is now gone, and of course your plan's not going to work because it didn't happen when you asked me to do it. And Rupert does that all the time. He second guess people, and again, Rupert is very astute, very tactical. He's going to be brilliant. But my problem is when a scene lead asks you to do something, whether you agree with it or not, you have to do it, because you don't. Yeah. I don't believe as a police force we have the privilege of second guessing one another during a scene and then losing the window of opportunity that then makes the plan fail no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and we've all been there. I remember long ago when Opal did something like that on scene, and now she's the TRT lead. Like, this isn't career ending for him. He just needs to adjust, because this is why we're doing it now, so that it doesn't continue in his career. Because if he continues on as a deputy or a senior deputy or whatever, and it's still like this, like, he just will never improve. So
Bruce, were you on the scene from the start, or when did you arrive?
I showed up and got shot immediately.
Okay, so I arrived on the scene, right? Espinosa says he's taking lead. So I immediately say, Espinosa, do you want me... So it's a question. I'm not telling him. Do you want me to clear visitation? Right? Scene lead. Yes, D. Get some unit to clear visitation. I do exactly that. I have to wait 5 minutes to be able to tell him it's clear because there's a load of yapping, as usual. We clear that. Espinosa, would you like me to take units and clear the other side of visitation? Then Rupert jumps on the radar before Espinosa can reply. I'm the other side of visitation. If that's any, what? Shut up. Let the scene lead communicate. Right? Yes, D. Can you clear that? Okay. So then I get stacked up. I organise the team I'm clearing with. We clear it. I have to wait another 10 minutes to let them know. Right, it's clear. Right. Espinosa says to me and Opal, I want your team to push to where Rupert is, and then Rupert and his team to push the people that are holding the prison. Right. Hey, we pull up. The Rupert then takes it upon himself to bully and push us, so we have to push, and he holds. Now, I'm not the kind of person to get into an argument with him during an active scene because it's not the time. But he was meant to be the one that pushed it, and this is what I'm saying. Just in that small period of time there I'm talking about, there's already 2 or 3 issues with him making decisions for his own good. When the scene lead tells you to do something, he was meant to push to the right. We were meant to hold the left because we were coming from visitation. We were meant to take the left side of the airlock, past the airlock. He was meant to go to the right. He was meant to push. Instead, we got to Rupert and he decided that we were going to go across. Now that's just blatant insubordination. Not only to scene lead, to a sergeant. And now I don't think it's the right time to address it there and then. And I couldn't address it with there and then because he wasn't being receptive to the conversation. It would have just made things worse.
Yeah.
So this isn't me just bringing it up and trying to be difficult. I wanted to have an open conversation with you there so that he felt that he had support and he could tell it was just a chat. But instead, he acted the way he acted, and I don't feel like I've got what I needed from the conversation from him. In fact, I don't feel like the next call I'm going to go on is going to be any different with Rupert.
Yeah. I mean, if you kind of want to readdress the conversation with him, you can, but I understand if you don't want to. I know it's on our list of things to do to meet again today with yesterday's issues with him, but you know he has to learn, and if it's gonna take a stern talking to or whatever, daps whatever, like because I don't want to discourage him. He is and has always been, while hired here, like very almost like excited, like overly proactive at some point, which leads to this. And I don't want to kill that, but I just want him to like understand that while it can be good in certain areas of the job, you know, you have to be able to take a step back. Like, I don't care if you were the chief of police or the sergeant in another city, you are just a deputy here. You got to take a step back.
Bruce, I said exactly the same thing to him. As soon as he made PPO, he was being a bit crazy, and I pulled him to one side and said, look, Rupert, I'm not doing this to be a dickhead. I'm aware our job is very exciting and we're very privileged to do our job. You need to wind it in a little bit, bud. Just a little bit. And he didn't heed me then.
Yeah, I think
is he a full officer now?
Okay. That's been like the reoccurring theme, though, is that he just gets too overly proactive and it leads to issues. And I don't want him to be punished. Like, I don't want Peters to be like, he cannot patrol in the city, because then he just won't get on duty. And I don't want him to feel like being proactive is bad, but he needs to understand that everyone's here to work together, and he is not the scene lead on every scene. If he wants to be a scene lead, then he can take scene lead, or ask for it, or be the first on scene, whatever. But he can't, if there's already a scene lead, his job is to listen.
Literally what I said in the meeting yesterday, where we didn't hear properly, Bruce, was we have 2 ears, 1 mouth. You need to listen in that ratio. Listen as twice as much as you talk.
Yeah.
And I know there's been multiple complaints. I know it's not just me being... I'm sure he'll get this under control, but he just has to get it under control, because also otherwise he's just a problem officer, right? Like, I already don't like being on calls with him because I just think, fuck me, all I ever hear is Rupert. I'm trying to listen to Air 1 or the scene lead, and all I hear is fucking Rupert. Rupert, you're on a roof holding one guy. That's not that important versus what Air 1's trying to tell me. You know what I mean? It's almost it's almost like he doesn't understand the priority of information. Like, if he's one person with a view of one person doing the same shit over and over again versus Air 1, then you just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I know you know. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm venting a little bit.
No, you're good. I mean, I've seen, like, I've had these issues in the past. Other people have these issues. Like, it's good to try to get a hold on them, even though we've tried to work with him multiple times. Like, it's getting to the point where he either adjusts or we take further action. Obviously, I don't think he's doing any of this maliciously. I don't think
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't at all. It's just...
Yeah, I just think it's his personality, and while I don't want to kill that, he needs to be understanding that he needs to work with other people, not be the ultimate voice.
Yeah, the way it comes across to me, and I've done a bit of it, it comes across like he feels he's more important than everyone else, which is insane.
I think, like, I know there's certain kind of calls where he feels like our response to them isn't great, and I think he wants to add information, like add input that he feels like will help. And I don't know if Peter said this to him or if Peter's just said this in general, but he kind of has to acclimate himself to the entire police force, not just the BCSO, before people will start to, you know, hear him and take what he's saying seriously, in a sense.
Yeah.
Because right now it sounds like he's just trying to overtake people.
Yeah, totally.
Where in reality, in his mind, he might be trying to assist people. Everyone else is like, who the fuck is this guy? And why is he telling me what to do? You know, he has to, in a way, earn people's respect before he can...
I still don't even get listened to like someone like Venture or Opal, right? And I've been here for ages. You have to earn that. You really do have to earn it. And he's just... The way I believe he's doing it is very bulldog-like. He's just like forcing his way in there. And all it does is really turn people off.
Yeah, which I don't think is what he wants, and that's obviously not what other people want. Like anyone who has brought a complaint about him in the same breath, like what you said earlier, is like, we think he will be great. He just needs to do this. You know?
Yeah, totally. I'm in his corner. That's what's frustrating. I'm literally in his corner. Like, I want him to do well. Yeah. I think he'd be one of our biggest assets. He just needs to fucking have a wank before he gets on duty or something. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
Oh, hey, sorry, Opes. Hey.
Opal's one to talk. She's the one with the goon skin.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for watching our latest video. We've seen what D's been getting up to. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
Hey.